Hi everyone, I've been on a roll, so this is my second fabric lace pocket letter. The system is the same. Again, I worked from a felt base, the felt that I got from Cake Ezekiel's one. And this time I worked more with the goldish colors. Maybe I will start with a charm. I put this lovely, no, this is the front, sorry. This lovely owl charm here that was actually an earring that I bought in a local store. Added my tag a bit of from burlap with my data and it attached a little tassel on it just to give it some extra movement. And again, personalized. Yes, the lady knows that the pocket letter is for her with her name. And I'm gonna take them out one by one because otherwise you will see the glare of the plastic. This is the first one. Again, each time I alternated the burlap white base and the burlap white and gold and the brown burlap. Again, I used domino tile image, surrounded it with gold mesh bling. Vintage piece down here with a teeny tiny doily and a flatback, resin flatback. And then again, this is the leftover from an applique from Florence H. And in the back you see vintage pieces like this one over here from the grab bags. Sometimes the pieces in a bag aren't bigger than this, just the size of the ATC, but that's ideal. I hope now my hands are getting clumsier. Okay, this is another one. Also a lot of little sparkly bits in it. This is a piece from lace from Lily's store that I cut from somewhere else, from another piece. I think I used the flower pieces on another image. This is a leftover bridal applique, surrounded it with this beautiful trim with Aurora Borealis stones, and again made a little layout from different appliques down at the bottom to create a flower, and on top of here a hand crocheted bow with a teeny tiny flower and mesh bling, and at the side some little lace, and here and again a little vintage piece. This pocket letter is also an image I like very much. Again, top and bottom the same laces. Used another lace here at the side and covered it with flat back pearls, surrounded it with a teeny tiny lace. And this is a leftover box pleated trim that I once bought from Lily's store. Gold bling trim, and here is a little gold flower that I crocheted and placed a little ribbon rose in the middle and in the center mesh bling piece. Next one, here I worked again with a lot of appliques, and here you see indeed the flowers that I used from the second image. It had these tiny flowers and then the little bows underneath, and cut them all separately and to create a frame around the image. Here one of my hand crocheted mini butterflies, an applique flower, and one of my hand crocheted smaller flowers with a flat back pearl. So this is how it looks. This time I put the non-picture in the middle. build up some doilies. This one was been avocado dyed. Then this one I kept white, little rosette, flat back pearl, some leftovers from a dangle lace, and at the sides here some vintage lace. Next one, again top and bottom were covered with, this one is a vintage piece, this is a newer one. I kinda like sometimes combine old pieces with new ones. The inchy image topped with some flat back pearls. Here I tucked a little applique behind. There's a piece of bridal applique here and a piece of bridal applique there. And this is a little piece of a vintage flower with a teeny tiny doily in the center, a vintage doily and a flat back pearl. I will definitely make more of these fabric lace pocket letters because I found them easier to make than the paper ones, to tell you the truth. I hope I get this one. This one is nicely. Again, here a lot of bridal appliques. Sometimes you just cut them, the flowers separately, and just to make a cluster. Here again, then there's this flat back pearls around the image with this vintage rickrack. Gave the lady a little vintage dolly in her hair with a bling piece, and in the back you see again pieces of vintage lace, and created some corners with some mesh bling. Be sure if you make these that you always remain within the perimeter of your fabric, so no dangling pieces, no pieces sticking out, otherwise it won't fit in your pockets anymore. This one I cut a tiny doily. I've cut the center out and put the image behind and surrounded with this beautiful Aurora Borealis trim in gold color. Again, here you see this same vintage trim coming back. Love to cut this separately. It comes in a broad piece like this, but I cut all the sections separately. Again, here a vintage piece flower with a just tiny leftover here. Placed one of my hand crocheted flowers here, a leftover applique, and a little bling in the center. And the last one is this domino tile image, again surrounded with the mesh bling. Then here again are pieces of vintage lace that I dyed with vintage photo. Again, of the ribbon rolled rose with a little bling in the middle. Made some corners with some flat back pearls. And this time the back was covered with also a piece of transparent lace over the burlap, and then a piece of vintage lace that you see here, and then at the side flat back pearls in a creamish color. And so this is how my second pocket fabric lace pocket letter looks. Hope you like this one as well, and thank you all for watching and commenting. Bye.